You can start.
Hey everybody, we're back. Um, this is Carmen Gill and my
Michelle Hale.
magnificent broker, Michelle Hale. How are you today, Michelle?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing, Carmen?
I would be better if my hot water heater worked and my electric worked in part of my home. So,
Oh my gosh. It's so
but
hard to find good contractors, you know?
yeah, hopefully I have some coming on Monday. But yeah, so anyway, just to start off the bat, this is a disclaimer. I want to let everybody know this is for entertainment purposes only. We're not here to give real estate advice or legal advice. We're just having fun. And we're hoping that you can take something with you that is, of good substance. So there you go. Welcome to the show.
Hey, hey.
Hey. So we're going to talk about, I guess, several things. Um, Decorating for Christmas,
Yay.
who we are as individuals and realtors, and what have we been up to for the past decade. And so I'll let you start with that, Michelle.
Oh, joy. Thanks, Carmen.
Yes, yes, yes. Tell us all about you, girlie.
Woo! My name, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Michelle Hale. I have lived in Virginia since 1983. I am the daughter of a retired Army lieutenant colonel, and my mother is a retired NICU nurse. Like I said, I've been in Virginia since 83. Went to school in the state, to college at VCU, and got into the IT industry. And in 2002, after having my second child, I decided that I needed to change. So I left IT, and I got into real estate, under the wing of a very, very dear friend of mine, named Mandy Summers Howe, who's an agent over at Long and Foster. And anyways, so I've been doing it for 20 plus years. Started in June 2002. And I've been doing it full time ever since. Have seen some interesting markets, including the one in 2008 that was just horrific. And I cover a pretty large area. I will do Stafford, Spotsylvania, Orange, Madison. I'm currently living in Fairfax now. I had been living in Fauquier, but I'm in Fairfax now. So I also cover Fairfax, Prince William, Fauquier, and we'll do the outlying regions as well. Although Carmen, here, you could take it now, Carmen, because Carmen is out that direction. Um, so she knows that area out west of Fauquier County
Yeah, yeah,
better than I
yeah.
do. I know it pretty well, but she lives there and knows it as a resident.
Right, right. So I've been doing this for 17 years now. And prior to that, I was a paralegal and I worked for some of the top law firms in Northern Virginia and DC, preferably DC, actually, because it was just everything was at your fingertips. I was in Georgetown. So I do miss that part of it. And anyway, so I think that the paralegal background and being taught by attorneys, going to George Mason, studying my paralegal has really, really helped me in this business when it comes to contracts, when it comes to explaining the seriousness of contracts to everybody. The areas I cover, I mean, I go all the way up to the West Virginia line. I go up to Gore, Virginia, Star Tannery. I'm in Front Royal. I cover Rappahannock County, Frederick County, Clark County, of course, Warren. And I'm just kind of all over the place. Like I can be in Amosville one day and Gore, Virginia the next, and Linden in between. So, but I am very familiar with different regions. I've been out here, driving around and getting to know the area, and have shown many, 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 many properties out here, and have sold many, thank God. So, you know, um, but I love it out here. I mean, I've said this before. I love this area. I feel like I'm very sensitive to things. So I feel like the air is even better. I mean, literally feel like when I come back from Fairfax, no offense,
Oops.
no offense, but when I come back from Fairfax, it's like I'll roll the window down then, because I feel like I'm getting fresh air
Right.
and not just, all the smog and smoke from the cars. But anyway, just love it out here. I love selling real estate. Not crazy about the current market,
Mm-mm.
thanks to the Federal Reserve, which I think put, more of a hurting on our economy than they actually thought they would. So, but nevertheless, here we are. We have closings coming up. Gaither is under contract. I'm
Yay!
so happy. So yeah, we're supposed to close this month, and yeah, we had multiple offers.
That's incredible. And you and I were discussing the fact that your seller had some personal things that were going on, and it's almost
Yeah,
like as soon as that was done,
the day,
as soon
that
as
day.
that day, literally, it's like all of
Yeah,
a sudden multiple offers.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It also was right after the election too, so it's kind of like things just
Opened up. Yes,
opened
yes,
up.
I agree. Yeah, yeah.
Um, and I have a new listing in Front Royal,
It's
which is,
adorable.
oh my gosh, it's the cutest house. It has actually been used as an Airbnb when the sellers are not in town because they actually live full time somewhere else. But when they're not in town, they were Airbnbing it very successfully. It's a cute, cute, fully renovated 2 bedroom, 2 bath
In the town
own
of Front
cottage.
Royal.
Yeah, it's literally within the town limits. And it does have some views, and it's on just over half an acre, but it's really private. So I'm hoping that, that one sells fast. I really do think it will.
I think it
Um,
will too. I do too. I
it's
wouldn't mind buying it.
right. It's so freaking cute.
I know.
But
I
her
know.
daughter's house that I sold last year, last year, was right in front of it, and that was a cute house too, man. They have just done some great things with their properties. So
Yeah, yeah. Good
super excited about
decorators.
this one. And these are
And
clients
I
that I've worked with before. So,
and they didn't even stage it. That's
well,
just,
yeah, it's just Airbnb staged.
yeah, I mean, and it's really nice. And I think if you're going to sell a property like we were talking about, getting rid of clutter, and getting rid of, messes, and just try to keep it clean as possible. That goes a long way. It
Oh,
goes
tremendously,
and
tremendously.
it changes the vibration of the showing. It really does. I have shown a lot of homes, as you know, and you know I've had clients like, this is the one. Before we even walk in the door, they're like, I love this house, this is the one. And I'm like, okay, well, let's go inside.
Right, right. I think that sometimes it's hard for us, as I'm putting myself in the shoes of a seller because I did sell my home recently. Sometimes it's hard for us to see what is more obvious for other people, and sellers really need to listen to
Yeah,
their real estate agent. If their real estate
they
agent
do.
recommends something, they just need to do it, even if it's
Yeah,
not something that makes them comfortable.
yeah.
If their listing agent thinks that it's going to help the sale of their house, they should really listen, because they're just trying to sell the property for them.
right.
So, and one of the things that you and I have been talking about is Christmas decorations, because, for those who celebrate Christmas, um, many of us like to go all out. I know that, when my kids were young, I did a lot more decorating. Of course, now, like, my decorations are not even where I am now. They're at another family property, so I don't have all my stuff to go hog wild. But um, but we have a lot of decorations here in the Fairfax house, and I think it's gorgeous. It's very tasteful with the candles in the windows, and and a couple of Christmas trees, um, and I guess, we all have different styles. There are people that like to do the big blow ups in the front, um and that maybe I know people that do Christmas trees in every room of their house. I don't know about you,
Yeah.
but
And
putting them up
and
is
they put
one
them
thing,
up
but you got to
after.
put the stuff away. That's like the worst part about it, is having to put it away. But
Yeah, I mean, I like bringing nature in the house. So I like the greenery. I like the wreaths. I don't typically do a big Christmas tree because of my kitties,
right.
but I did see something the other day where somebody who had a cattery hung a Christmas tree from the ceiling.
They're selling those now on Amazon. The trees that hang from the ceiling. I just saw one on Amazon, and I was laughing so hard. I said, "This is brilliant." Because even dogs, there are some dogs that will mess with trees too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I don't think I'm going to do that. But I just thought that was kind of brilliant, you know. But
It would drive them
I,
crazy from a distance.
getting back, I think that if you walk into a cluttered home and you walk into a home that's over decorated or whatnot, um, it changes the vibration of the house. For
Yes.
instance, going back to my story with the couple, they were like, sure, this was the house. And we walk in the door and there's stuff everywhere. I mean, you could not, it wasn't a hoarder, but I could say borderline maybe. Um, and it just changed their whole perception. They no longer wanted the house because
Wow.
in their mind, they were like, what are they hiding? They've got to be hiding something. There's too much stuff
There's
here.
too much stuff. Yep.
Yeah. So it does mean a lot to declutter. That's my number one thing when I do a listing. I'm like, declutter.
Declutter.
We got to get this stuff out of here. However you want to do it. You want to donate it, you want to gift it, you know, that's what we need to do. In fact, I've had other agents show the same property before I had it listed and then after and went, oh my God, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, the
Did
seller
you
listened
tell
to you.
them? Did you tell them to declutter? Yes, I did. Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
And maybe I'm sure that there are plenty of real estate agents out there that just say, just it's fine how it is. Um,
well, you get those clients that are like,
I'm not touching anything. I'm not doing anything. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. I'm not
and
doing anything.
I
If it
just
doesn't
look,
sell, it doesn't sell. I don't care.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. And I just look at them and go, it could be a difference of 20,000.
Yeah.
Let me hire someone to help you.
Right.
I feel like that Tom Cruise scene in the men's bathroom. Help me to help you.
Help me.
You know, help me to help you. Begging, but it is what it is. I mean, I don't like to push people unless I feel like it's going to be entirely to their benefit, and then I want them to see. I want them to see the difference.
Right. Right.
I mean, if I have to get them in my car and drive them to a couple of listings,
Yeah, that
and
often
they,
works. That often works. People can see, hey, go look at this house. You're going active in 2 weeks. Go look at this house that just came on the
yeah,
market down the street from you. They're having an open
yeah,
house on Saturday. I've been in it. Go look. It shows really well.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. And even if they say they don't have enough money to do this, well, let's just declutter and clean.
Right.
We have
Right.
enough, we have enough money to do that, don't we?
Yep.
You know?
You know, one of the other things that, aside from the clutter too, is smells. You know,
Yes,
I can't tell you how many houses I've been in where the people need to take out the garbage. If
yes,
you know you've got showings that day, make sure the garbage is out. Don't make sure that there's not a,
yeah,
stinky garbage in the house because
yeah,
people are going to come in and they're going to smell it. And
yeah, yeah,
again, it's going to affect that energy. They may
yeah.
realize, oh, the people just need to put the garbage away. But in the back of their mind, they're going to be thinking, it smells in here. It smells. This house,
And it completely distracts you from the showing. It really
it
does.
does.
I had an agent call me one time to cancel my showing in the afternoon. Um, it was her listing, and she was nice enough to call me and say, don't come, don't bring them. Somebody didn't flush the toilet upstairs. And when the homeowner came home, everything flooded. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, the other thing besides stinky garbage, is uh, sometimes sometimes sellers try to cover things up.
Yes,
Like if they have dogs and they don't want their house to smell like dogs, they will often use those plugins. And
yeah,
the first thing buyers think is, what are they hiding?
yeah,
Especially if they're plugged in the basement.
yeah,
I've been in basements where everything looks fine and we go downstairs and there's plugins and they say they've got plugins. All I can smell is the plugins. There must be a mold problem here
yeah,
because
yeah,
otherwise, why would they have those here?
yeah, yeah,
Um, so I think the key is to just clean your house, try to
yeah.
get rid of any of the things that could be strong smells that might be offensive to other people.
Well, cigarette smoke is a big one too.
Oh, that's
Um,
huge. I have
I'm
had I've had so many people.
I'm seeing a lot less of it now than I did 17 years ago. Of
Oh,
course, I was a
absolutely.
smoker, but
Absolutely.
um, I think it was my grandmother or somebody who in my family, like a great aunt or something, that said to take a Dixie cup and put vinegar, white vinegar in it halfway, set it in the room where the smell of smoke or the bad smell is. And for some magical reason, it evaporates that smell. So, and I had a lady, I showed her home, and it was just, it smelled so horribly bad with smoke. And the agent said, I've done everything I can. And I said, go get some vinegar, put it in a Dixie cup, and put it in the rooms that it smells in.
Wow.
And she called me a week later and said, that's amazing. And I'm like, yeah, it's an old wives' recipe.
Wow. I haven't heard that one. I'll have to remember
Yeah,
that one.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've actually gone to showing or had showings where I've been with my buyers and we open the door and they start to step in and say, nope. And they step right back out. They're like, nope,
Mhm.
not going in there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it takes over. A
Yeah.
smell takes over, and it distracts them so that they don't even want to. I mean,
Yeah, because they're
it
thinking,
just,
how am I ever going to get rid of that smell?
yes, 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 yes.
Um,
Ways. I mean, there's also some really good, like Seven Generation has a really good air freshener. And it's basically like a spray, like Lysol,
right,
but
right.
it does work. I mean, I'm very sensitive to smells, even with my kitty cats. I just, if I smell something bad, I'm like, it's not good.
Yeah, and
So I
let's talk
have
about
to.
angry orange. Angry orange for
I
the
love this stuff.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my God.
for places where animals have been bad, angry orange is amazing. Are you going to grab it and show it to everybody? Na 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 na. Where'd she go? Getting her angry orange. Oh my gosh, it gets it by the gallon. That stuff is the bomb,
You
man.
save money by buying it, and because it dilutes, you
Yeah,
just dilute it. But I love it. I mean, I actually love it.
it
My
smells
mom
so
would do it.
good. It's so, I mean, that's what people should use instead of trying to hide it with, the oil
Yeah,
plugins or,
yeah.
um,
Just stuff that you can tell.
yeah, the,
Yeah,
like perfumey. I mean, sometimes I don't mind candles, um, as long as it's not too overwhelming.
yeah, yeah.
Those plugins tend to be very overwhelming and they're not safe. There's all kinds of stories about those causing fires.
I just don't like candles
With cats, they're not a
being
good
on,
idea.
period. Well, because kids come to showings,
Right,
they want they put their fingers everywhere. No offense, but they
right.
do. When the parents are trying to focus on the home and they're bringing the kids, it's it's a distraction unless they're very good, well-behaved kids.
Right, right,
Some are,
right.
some are. But yeah, I mean, so it makes a big difference to listen to your realtor. If your realtor is saying clean it up, declutter. For me, I'm a vibration person, so it affects the energy of the home. It affects the decision making. It affects the focus. I mean, if you've ever seen someone that has a real messy home, because I can tell sometimes when my bedroom looks like 20 wardrobe changes, and I haven't had time to put anything away. So I can tell a difference in just putting things away and cleaning the room. I can tell, like, it feels more open. It feels more, you know, liberating, as opposed to, you know, kind of cluttered, and, that kind of messes with your head. People don't realize it, but it does mess with your head.
Right, right. Absolutely. Yeah, I think and that's probably why the houses that look like that have been staged and that look like nobody lives in them tend to sell super fast
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because there isn't anything that's throwing off that energy.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think, I believe in the what is it, the feng shui. I
Yes.
believe in that. I believe in that. I think that, and that is energy focused.
Yes.
Get things away from corners. Don't have anything blocking an entrance, even if
Right.
it's just something little. Just it just, I feel like the energy flows better in a walkthrough when everything is in its place.
Right. Right.
So yeah, definitely listen to your realtors because they're trying to help you.
And if they're not helping you, maybe you need to talk to somebody else. Not
That
that
would
we're
be
trying to take your
that.
business away from your realtor. Let's do a little disclosure there. But but yeah, if listen to them. They're not doing it to pick on you. They're not doing
No,
it
no.
to be critical. They want to sell
Yeah,
your house. And if
yeah,
it
yeah,
means doing some of these things, then by God, do them. So,
yeah. It's
um,
temporary. It's only
right.
temporary.
It's only temporary. As soon as it's under contract and the home inspection's been done, have at it. Do what you want. Have everything in
Yeah,
boxes scattered around your house. It's all good.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it
Oh,
makes it makes a difference. It really
it
does.
does.
It can make a $20,000
Dollar
difference.
difference, right? Oh
So,
goodness. Oh goodness
and then
gracious.
also the setting of the house, like if you're a gardener, or, just, I feel like when I drive up to the house, I want it to look nice as well. I want the
Curb
yard to
appeal,
look nice.
man.
Yes, absolutely. Curb appeal, 100%.
Yeah.
Get the toys out of the front yard.
Yeah, get the toys out of the front yard, put down some fresh mulch. Trim
Yeah,
back the dead flowers. If it's winter, trim back the stuff that needs to be trimmed back anyways for the
yeah,
spring.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but yeah, so that would be our advice
Yeah.
to get you further down the road.
Yeah, there's so many little things. Like I've shown houses where there have been a couple of dead trees around the house.
Hmm.
And that really scares people off too.
Yeah,
There's dead trees. Am I going to have to
yeah,
pay thousands of dollars to have these trees removed right away?
yeah,
Because,
yeah,
and what a lot of people don't realize is if there is a tree that has been obviously dead for a very long time and it falls on your house, your insurance company isn't going to give you a penny. Not a penny. They're going to say that the tree was dead. You knew the tree was dead. You should have had it removed.
well, my feeling with insurance companies,
Yeah.
I mean, they try to get out of mostly everything. If that's a whole different topic.
That is a whole different topic. Maybe we'll have to
Um,
have somebody from an insurance company come on and talk to us.
I like State Farm. I really do. I get, my insurance through them for my home, my vehicle, my little dog walking business. I mean, I have,
Yeah.
and I just I really do like them. I've had others before that I could not stand them, and I've had problems, where this is a legitimate thing, and you're calling someone out to my house, and they're not even a professional who can say one way or the other if something's wrong with my foundation or something.
Right. Right.
Finally, I took it upon myself to get a structural engineer out here on my dime, because I
Right.
worry about stuff like that. And the structural engineer came out and said, "You're fine. Don't worry about it. You're fine."
Good.
But I mean, that's another thing too. If you think you have structural issues or something like that, you're going to end up having to call. If you got a house for sale, you're going to end up having to call an expert in anyway, because the buyer will.
Right.
And just make sure it's a very reputable, well-known structural engineer to
Well,
come
and
in.
the number of people that sell a house that has where the sellers know that there's something, wrong, that needs to be fixed, that will be found on a home inspection,
Yeah,
and then they pretend like they didn't know about it. Oh, I didn't know
right.
that was
So
there.
you do need to disclose. You do need to disclose if you know of something wrong with your
Yeah.
house. Um, but truly, Virginia, the Commonwealth of Virginia, is a caveat emptor state. It's a
Yep.
buyer beware state. So it could be where the seller didn't know these things were wrong. I've had that happen. I've
Oh,
had a
absolutely.
seller,
Where they're completely shocked.
yeah, they're like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And I'm like, "You didn't know.
Well,
You
and
didn't know
the other thing that people need to realize is that once the real estate agent knows about it, we are required by law to
to
disclose it.
disclose." Yep.
So once we know that you have a failing foundation, we have to disclose it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it would be in your best interest to get it fixed
Yeah.
because or to disclose it.
Mhm.
Because if you don't disclose it and you know about it, chances are you'll get sued. Even though it's a
Yeah.
buyer beware state,
Yeah.
it's
If they can prove in a court of law that you
yeah,
knew
that you
about
knew
it.
about it. Yeah.
So, I just try to prepare people and get them very well, ready for the sale, ready to put it on the market. And I just tell them that these are the laws and we have to abide by them in Commonwealth of Virginia. And if we don't, there's a problem. I have to.
Right.
And
Right.
if I'm going to work for you, you have to. I mean,
Right.
I
Right.
put it out there. I don't like to hide anything, because it'll come back to get you.
Oh.
So that's very, very important points for people to know.
Yes. Yeah,
And just
property can just
do your thing for Christmas. I've got friends that like the old nostalgia stuff, um, like the old antique ornaments. Um, I used to have actually White House ornaments for almost every year
oh, we've got those.
till someone took them from me.
Oh, I know that
And
one.
yeah, yeah, but that's okay. I can get them back in other ways, but I just haven't had, the inkling to do it. But I mean, everybody's got their different style and different technique and, their different loves and dislikes. And I just say, just be yourself. Just,
Be yourself. Just keep in mind that if you go a little overboard, it 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 might not be as appealing to other people. Like
yeah,
if you're
yeah,
expecting to sell while your house has Christmas decorations, that might be a little bit overboard. Just keep in mind that some people might love it, especially the people with little kids. They're going to be like,
yeah,
but some people might be like, whoa, this is a little overkill. I'd like to
yeah,
see what the house looks like without all the decorations. I've had people ask me, if they're getting ready to put their house on the market right before Christmas, can I put my Christmas tree up? Of course you can put your Christmas tree
yeah,
up. And you know what?
absolutely.
Any real estate agent that tells you not to put your Christmas tree up, that's just not right. Because why should
No,
you stop living?
yeah, yeah. And I love the Christmas lights. I do get in my car and drive
Drive
around and look
around.
at the,
Yeah.
and I posted something on Facebook about a couple that adopted a dog and took him, and he was just
Oh,
in
yeah.
awe of the lights. And I love stories like that. I think it's wonderful.
I think you should take your pups to Bull Run Festival of Lights.
Oh no, that would be too much. No, that would probably send them in shock. But I definitely will drive them around here because a lot of people in Front Royal do Christmas lights and they're so pretty.
Aw.
But yeah, yeah. Yeah, if Augie didn't have seizures, I would probably do what you suggest, but
Right,
I
right,
have to be careful not to overwhelm him in any way.
right.
So love my little boy.
Poor little dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what else do we want
So
to talk about?
so we actually skipped. We were going to get together on Thanksgiving week. And we missed the boat on that one. Um, so we have to make sure we come back in 2 weeks now. We can't wait another month to come back and do this.
Okay. Okay. I can't even remember why we didn't, but okay.
Well, it was Thanksgiving week. It was kind of crazy. So
Yeah. I think I actually had some showings.
I think you did too.
One of yours. Was it, or was that before? Anyway, so we got busy there for a little bit. And
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
did. Yeah, we did.
I see it picking up. I see it picking
It
up.
is picking up a little bit. It is. I think that buyers are still a little bit wary about the rates, but
Yes.
I try to, remind people that they've been way worse than this. Granted, the prices were lower back then, but so was income and overall cost of living. But they were at the rate that they are now not that long ago.
Yeah.
So, what we had the past few years was not normal by any stretch of the imagination, and people shouldn't be that afraid. And, they're
Yeah.
still saying that there's a chance they're going to inch down a little bit in the spring. So if people buy
Yeah.
now, if they really want to buy now, they really want to get into a house now, they can always refinance when the rates drop a little bit.
And it's like Raymond and Christy said, with the Heflin team with Alcova Mortgage, he was like, look, it's still better than bidding 50,000 or 100,000 over the list price. That's what was going on.
Yeah.
And now, you're still, it's like, in my book, you're still saving money.
Well, and,
So
and buying, if you're renting, you're paying somebody else's mortgage. You're basically paying 100%.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah,
so buy, don't
yeah.
rent. So,
Yeah. You can lead a horse to water.
right. This is true. This
You
is
can
so
lead a horse to
true.
water. I mean, I had a lady I spoke with on the phone that was a referral the other night. I think I told you about her, and she wants everything. She wants everything
Right.
for 300. She didn't want to exceed the 300s, and for what she wanted, it's just no way.
Not
I
in
mean,
our area.
yeah,
No.
no,
I-
no. I mean, let's see, over 10 acres or more, a barn, a house that doesn't need any repairs or any updating, a 3 or 4 board fencing for,
For under 300. I
well,
don't
she
even
said
know anywhere in Virginia where you could get that. Maybe southwestern Virginia.
399 or less. And I said, I don't even know. She's like, are you licensed in West Virginia? I'm like, no, but I'm thinking about it. But I'm like, still in West Virginia. I see my reports every morning.
Yeah.
There's nothing in West Virginia that's gonna be. I mean, I don't even know in this United States where she could find that, unless it's way,
Oh,
way, way out west.
I'm sure there's somewhere, but not in our area, not in the Northern Virginia region.
No,
No.
no. And I said to do this and provide for your family and your animals. If that's all you can afford, we've got to think about something else that we can do that's going to be better. And she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I can afford a lot more. I just don't want to do it." And I'm like,
Yeah. Well,
"You're kind of
hmm.
standing in your own way."
Right, right. Oh my goodness.
But then
Oh my goodness.
you do have clients that are very realistic. I think when you show them the numbers, my big thing is numbers don't lie. They don't
Right,
lie. And here's what you want, and here's what they're going for
right.
in the areas you want to be. Numbers don't lie.
No.
So there, and you can hem and haw that, oh my God, it's so expensive and stuff. But
But it is what it is.
rent that horse farm and see how expensive it's going to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm very happy that I'm kind of happy that it has slowed down a little bit, Michelle, because it
Oh, it was
has really,
crazy. It was so crazy.
yeah, I mean, it has given me the opportunity to get caught up on items and things, including my health and
Right,
checkups, that I haven't been able to do before because I've just
right,
been so slammed.
right.
I'm grateful that I was slammed, but I think, in a way, I am grateful that it has slowed down
Yeah,
because
me too.
I'm seeing more movement in social media with colleagues and their families, and they're doing more together.
Yeah,
And so that to me warms my heart.
right. Well, everybody needs that work-life balance.
Yes.
I mean, you and I, we know we've worked for brokers that are numbers, numbers, numbers. Work, 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 numbers, numbers, numbers. You're doing what with
Yeah.
your family? You're what?
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
have work-life balance. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point?
Yeah. I mean, you know, I've worked with some really good ones, and I've worked with some pretty horrible ones.
Yeah.
So, but I think I'm a caring person. So if I feel like you don't care and it's about the numbers, then I'm gone. I'm
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
And I'll tell anybody, you know, I I'm the bar hopper of brokerages, because if I get in there and I feel like we're not treating the client fairly, we're not treating the agent fairly, um, it's about integrity,
Right.
and it's about doing the right thing for people.
Right.
Um, and I walk.
The bar hopper of brokerages.
Seriously, come on.
I love it. Oh,
I mean, I've been to a few brokerages. I mean,
yeah, me too.
I've been to some really good ones. I mean, and I've been to some pretty bad ones.
Right.
And I don't want to say names, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'm very grateful to be where I am now. Very
I'm
grateful to
so
be where I'm
grateful to
at
have you too.
now. Thanks. I'm a little different. I'm a little different,
That's okay.
but I think it's all about intention. I think,
Absolutely.
if you set an intention of being a good person and caring about people, and I mean, geez, this is like the number one decision they're making in their life, you
Right.
know, one of the most important decisions. And that's what I meant to say. And I mean, you've got to help people through that. You
Yeah.
can't just be about the money,
Right. Right.
because eventually that shows through.
Oh,
That
absolutely.
shows through. And sometimes that's a little too late.
Yeah.
But,
If it's
I've,
being fed down from management to the agent, and then the agent's feeding that energy, that numbers, numbers, numbers. Got to make this deal
yeah.
work. I got to make the money. Got to do
I
this.
mean,
Got to do that.
I know some great high producing realtors that really do freaking care,
Right.
you know? But I've had instances in transactions where I've had to, help them kind of understand the importance of the transaction and the people in the
Yeah.
transaction. It's just to me, it's got to be, I'm a meaningful person, so that's where I align myself with, and that's where I can sleep at night.
Right. Right.
So,
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
know, um, and I do see a lot of it, and I do see less of it in different places. But it is so important to be good to people, especially now after, my goodness, what we've been through in the past
Yeah.
3 years. It's been
Yeah.
horrible. I mean, children are afraid to go to school. Still, I mean, I think people got a little PTSD from the whole experience.
I agree 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I know I didn't do much during that time but work. And
Right.
I don't go out socializing like I used to, but that's to me a right decision.
Right. Right.
But before I was just like this wild thing and wanted to go, bar hopping and hanging out, going here and there and everywhere. And I think COVID has really convinced me to address yourself first
Right.
and your home first
Right.
and the things you care about first,
Right.
and not just go off haphazard, you
Right.
know. So it has taught me, I'm grateful that it has taught me many things. I wish I would have been taught another way, but
Right.
you know,
Right.
but thank
Oh,
God.
let's
I mean, thank God I didn't get it.
let's throw a pandemic in there to make people actually give a crap about themselves. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes the worst of circumstances brings out the best.
Right. This is so true. So
Hmm.
true.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we've probably talked everybody's ears off long enough. Um,
Yes. So we're gonna do one in 2 weeks
2 weeks, we'll be back. We won't let it go a month again. 4 weeks, whatever it was. We'll do it in 2 weeks.
because we know you guys missed us so much, and we missed you too.
Aw, so
And
fun
if you
talking
know,
to you.
yeah, if you know of anybody who's looking to buy or sell, we're here for you, and we will work our little tails off.
Absolutely.
to
Absolutely.
make you happy.
You know anybody who wants a cute little house in Front Royal as a weekend getaway or a short-term rental or a full-time residence?
It might be me.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. It is adorable. It
So
is, and
cute.
I love the big, I love that you can see a mountain from there. It's like it's a private area in the town.
You can see the star of Front Royal at Christmas time too. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
get a picture of that to put in the listing.
Isn't that cool? They've been doing that for years since I've been here, and it's like so cool.
So apparently, just so everybody knows, this little house has a view up onto a hillside, small mountain, and there's a farmer who started putting a big star up there at Christmas that lights up, and it's called the Star of Front Royal, I think is what
Yeah,
it's called.
yeah,
And he apparently, I don't know if he passed away or if he sold the property, but somebody else owns the property now. So the people that now own the property are doing it as well.
yeah. They've
They took
continued.
over, which I
Yeah,
think is so cool.
I think it's so awesome. I
So
really do.
I will
I love
definitely,
small towns.
I will definitely have to get a picture of that.
Yes, and put it in your listing.
I will. I will. I
I
will.
mean, if you want me to save you some time, I'll go out.
Oh yeah, because I'm not going to be able to drive out there at night, but I can have my clients send me one at night too.
They'll probably have a really good one.
Yeah,
That would actually be a nice Christmas gift.
right? So cool. So cool. Okay, Carmen.
It was good to see you again. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And any questions at all about real
Anything.
estate or life? Yeah.
Put it in the comments.
Yep.
We'll
Call,
answer.
comment,
Or we'll try to answer
follow us.
if it's answerable. Make it decent.
Not, but yeah, just just let us know and like our page.
Yes, please like our page
Like our
and
page.
share it.
Yeah, share the love. Anyway, I will talk to you soon. And
Bye.
like real soon, because I'm gonna go see
Two
a
weeks.
listing.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.